this was sort of on a whim, but I started this trading combine with Top Step. And I think it was a mix of feeling like I could do this price action wise. Like I just wanted to look at the charts while I was at work. Like just look at a 5-minute chart at work and just like see what happens, see if there's any opportunities. There are. And then what else? Oh yeah, Top Step is only like $50 a month for the 50K account. And now that my funded futures has changed, they did have a $2,500 drawdown. Now it's $2,000, so it's the same as Top Step. So I was like, it's like $25 cheaper. So we had a good first day. This is complete cap, I swear. I was trying to figure out how to trade this thing because I've never used Top Step X, but I locked myself out a couple times, which was helpful actually. It's a pretty cool feature. So this first one was just because I saw the hourly bouncing out of this, but it was just a down day, and I only really wanted to long here or here, and neither of those worked out or was reached. But what I'm going to do, we're still going to use ATAS today, and I'm going to try to cross-reference like places that I actually entered. So this wasn't really a setup for me, but the first place was here, 10:07. So really you want to enter around 10:04, 10:05. Got out at the opening range mid. This was a nice play. There were 2 times I took shorts that if I held, I mean, you know, shoulda, coulda, woulda, but I took profits, and that's good because I secured profits. But these were 2 whole, because of the downtrend here and here, I shorted and could have held for a long time. And there's, we're still streaming, right? Yeah. And look, I have ATAS up. So here's the beginning of that whole thing. Contextually, where are we? This is really hard to read. This is a big volume shelf. Okay. That's interesting. I didn't know that. And also kind of a level that we're breaking through here. Yeah, very interesting. Interesting stuff. Okay. Let's get up to, what did I say, 10:04? Yeah, so, and this was a pretty clean, you know, pretty clean 5-minute OR moment. If this is just like wrong, I'm going to be fuming. Okay, we're getting close. Okay, so it comes back down here. And this is also, I want to do a little bit of clean up here because I realized this is really a problem. Whoops. Didn't get rid of it altogether. Like it's just too much shit, you know? Just make it 100. And imbalance imbalance volume, 50. This may need less. Let's just do 50 for now. This was all pre-market too, so we might need to adjust this as we go. Big trades, minimum volume. That's actually a lot. What's 300 look like? Oh, oh, oh. So some buyers up here failed, came back to, and you know, this is right where it's going to turn, we know. Came back to a stacked imbalance, I guess, and some trade right here. And looks like we're starting to build down here. So this is like right here. So this, the only tip off is kind of this right now. Big blue down here. So maybe just a lot of aggressive buyers pushing momentum. And apart from, you know, this would kind of be the only thing I see that's like a notable area of interest. And then it's going to push through here. It's going to get very confusing with all this. Those big buyers pushed up. Okay, so that's strong. And this is the candle that I bought on. Okay, so just kind of some build in this area. That, you know, these guys built down here a little bit, but price didn't return back down there. Just build and push up. And okay, we're approaching number 2, which was this. No, that was sell to close. This was sell to open at 1020. And I was looking at the 5, so let's kind of look at the 5. Just because this was really nice, because you see rejection, like didn't get up to the, even on here you can see the gap in volume profile above this wick. Rejection of the high, this is the 5-minute opening range. Rejection of the high of the opening range. This is also a supply zone. And then close below the mid. You could have taken, I didn't like this one too much. I saw something in here that I liked more, I guess. Because usually you would take a close outside the opening range, but this was a nice setup. So let's, what did I say? Whoops. Let me look at the 1 second chart. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Okay. That's stupid. $10.20. This is going to take forever. Maybe we just do the open. Okay, 4 more minutes. Or maybe I just mark down the times and you just guys, you just have to trust me that I took those trades at those times. Okay. 10.20 right here. A lot of bid building up. It kind of looks like it's going to bounce out of this bid, honestly. There is a big spike, a big blue boy right here. So, you know, passive selling, aggressive buying. This is at an area of interest, I guess, but like, I don't know, like it crossed through there already and it crossed through there again, so I don't really see that being super interesting. This stacked buy imbalance is failing now. Let's see if we get any more clues. Any more blues clues or reds clues. Still just staying below that stacked imbalance. A lot of bid. Just aggressive buying. Like seller, aggressive selling. Seller's just winning, just eating through the bid. That's kind of it. And it's already crossing the situation. This is the fun part. This is also, I mean, it's against the recent trend, but really, you know, there's losing interest up here too. So just trying to take it back to that area of interest. I definitely chickened out in a couple of key areas. Big trade, big trade. And that gets pushed down. Putting up a fight here. But they built it lower here. They're building here.
Did you get that thing oiled down?
There you go. Okay. Sometimes it's just like the price action for whatever reason is just clear. Maybe I have to mess with the settings more. I don't know. I just took it back to POC on that one. Let's look at this one. This was a sell that I got out of a little too quick. I think close to break even actually. Sold here. Bought back here. 220. Oh, that was this a loss? I sold for a loss and then it went with me. Okay. 1236. This is like the worst way to do this. $12.36. Okay. Okay. So sold after this candle closed right here. This okay. So there's something big going on up there. I don't see anything back here except just thin volume. So it came back up to that, had a big thingy, then very thin volume at the top of this candle that I entered after. You know, I think I would target these volume bumps. But you know, I saw this. I saw the same volume profile setup again. This just lack of interest above here. So that's what I was looking at. And that kind of paid me today, really. There's, here's pretty clear here. The big, gap right here. Bouncing out of there. Whoops. And it's funny when you know the game already. Just for posterity's sake, it's really the only reason I'm opening positions. So Yeah, there's big volume up here. I guess that's what we're looking at. Like that. And this kind of thin gap. And what's happening with these guys? I can see, like, I would be scared here too. It looks like, this looks bullish, like it kind of stacked up a little bit and then building bullish. But here's all these lumps up here and that. So if we tap into that, it's kind of, which we almost did. That's kind of a short signal if we get a good rejection of this area. A little bit of absorption. That almost.
Did you get
no,
that
I was
thing
already
all
shaking out
down?
by then. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if like that. It's just big volume up there, and then I wonder if this tap is really where we should have considered, like, more strongly. The lack of volume up here. Okay. Is that this one? Yeah. 1437. Let's look at that. Shorted here. I think I was looking at the 1 minute when I shorted. But yeah, let's go to 1437. Should really just leave it on 5 minute. We're not even at 20 minutes yet, so. Okay, seeing a lot of, and I think this is actually where it reversed. Hang on. So there was consolidation. This is the 25.026. Yeah, right here. Wow. At 132. Yeah. So this became the bottom for the day. Kind of. I mean, it wicked through there, but this became the bottom zone. I know it blinks around here for a little bit, but it's interesting to see all this stacked buy imbalance, big bid that got absorbed. Looks like, where am I going again? 37. Be interesting to see what else happens here. I'm sure there's plenty of volume popping off this. So actually when it comes down here, hang on, buddy. There we go. When it comes down here, makes all this volume, makes this situation, comes back, makes more volume down here. You get absorption, you get this. This could be a pretty good signal. When you get this sell imbalance, doesn't push selling, like sellers have just failed. So kind of looking at order flow might help you take a long here, somewhere in this area. Like, so kind of flat. Big sell, 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 can't get any lower. 3 sell candles in a row, can't get much lower than this. And then positive, and then big positive. So that's a pretty good signal right here. After that, okay, so what we're actually looking at is up here. This is big volume. And again, this is where I'm perplexed, is just staring at this shit and like, what does any of this mean? I mean, obviously it's volume, but it's like, what's the interesting part I should pay attention to? Like, did this touch an important area that I need to, or should I wait for it to go higher? Yeah. But that was enough for me on the IRL. It's kind of like taper, but it's pushing up, then a little bit of offer up here, and then dumps. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. I think that's good. This was just some bullshit. I don't know what happened here. Sold, bought back at the zone, bought. So either sold at 74 or bought at. We can figure this out. We have the technology. Oh. Okay, this was. I'm going down to the 1 second, guys. At the 5 seconds first. We'll do a longer time frame, like 5 seconds. Okay, this was profitable. I just had to prove to myself. Bought. No, it wasn't. I bought too high. God damn it. Bought at 83, which is up here. Like, bought probably right after it closed and then sold as soon as it went against me. I think it's like, this is way too, like, I would have to put my stop down here. I was like, this is way too much. Okay. Cool. So, you know, we'll try to do it. Tomorrow's a Friday. I don't have to be in the office, and there will be no one around, so I can have my computer out. Let's see how tomorrow goes. You know, well, the first day I did ATAS, I had such a good fucking day, and then the rest of it has been goo gaga dog shit. So I don't have my hopes up, but I know about price action trading more than I do order farm. So all right.